It's Lisa Corrao. Here it is, at Lisa Corrao on Twitter. She will be performing and producing.
Why am I standing still in this video?
Well, you know why? Because you're a method actress and a comedian.
If I fall, it's going to go viral.
Yes, that's you too.
I'm not a physical comedian. Clearly, I can't do that correctly. Sorry, you were doing your intro. I'm interrupting.
No, you're not. This is perfect. This is what you're supposed to do. This is great. This is comedy gold.
Not photoshopped at all. I look exactly like this. No wrinkles.
Beautiful. It's beautiful. It's gorgeous. Yes.
Let's do this interview.
So, it's called Revenge of the Nerd Comics.
It is.
Plural.
Yes.
.com.
Yeah.
And
I don't know if I have the website, but sure, let's
all right.
go with that.
No. We want to try to be factual.
Yeah.
Revenge of the Nerd Comics show.
Yes.
Good. And you told me an interesting story. This is just something that you came to one of these shows years ago as a fan.
Yes. Oh my goodness. So I came as a fan, and I met Mike, who runs this whole thing. And before you know, we became buddies. And the first thing I got to do here was be a judge at a costume contest. And of course, I was a smartass because I can't help it. It's just in my nature. I can't help it. I'm a jerk. But in a fun-loving way, because I did the same thing that all these kids are doing. I would make my own costumes. I dressed myself up as Freddy Krueger in 6th grade. I made the glove with aluminum foil bent over. Yeah, it was really sad, and I went to school that way. And I was fat too. I was a fat Freddy Krueger with horizontal stripes, which should have been vertical to make me look thinner, but
Hey, you know what? Maybe that would have been better if Freddy Krueger had some weight to him. Who knows?
yes, right, yeah. You think he'd be a little heavier, but
Yes.
he's not burning a lot of calories. Maybe he is. He's literally burned. So I should stop talking immediately.
It's comedy gold. It's comedy gold.
Just a bad person, so yes, that's why I'm a comedian.
So then you decided through Mike and all this to do this show.
Yes.
Because you're a fan and you're going. You were telling me too that like one of the first shows he had was at a really small venue.
It was so small. The first one we did was at this little hotel in Fort Lauderdale, and it was just like you rented out their meeting rooms, and it was this but compacted into this little thing, and it just grew and grew, and then it became this convention center. And of course, his summertime one is at the Miami Beach Convention Center, so that one is super, super huge. So I'm really proud of Mike Broder, who runs this, and how successful he is. I think that's awesome.
So who came up with the idea then for the comedy show here?
Oh, that was me. Because, you know, a lot of comedians are nerds, and if we're not still nerds now, we definitely were. Like, I would say this is the coolest we've been. For me, I can say this is the coolest I've ever been in my life. Because I have better social skills now, I can talk to people, I do weird head movements when I talk, which I think is cool, maybe it's not, I don't know. But, so anyway, to me and my friends, we draw on that pain of our childhood being dorks and write jokes about it. And I realized we have all that in common. I should put us all together and do a show. Because there was nothing like that down here as far as like a comedy show with all that. Other comedians have done it in other areas of the country, but we didn't have it here. So I started doing them first at the Improv, then we started doing them here, and they've been super successful and very fun for us to perform in too.
Lisa, what's that like? Because you're actually bringing two loves then together. You're bringing the love of the Comic-Con and the love of comedy.
Yes.
For you, that this must be
It's
so
so fun. You know why it's fun to do? It's always fun to do comedy. But to do it here, specifically, is extra fun because we get to throw in these extra little funny lines that in a comedy club no one's gonna get. Our references when we talk about an obscure character from a comic book. No one gets it, but here they get it. They completely understand. And not even just comic books, like sci-fi movies and horror movies. So there's all kinds of fans of all kinds of nerdy things here, so we love it.
And you also have some stuff that you have that people can get,
I'm selling
right?
some shirts. I have
You got the beautiful photo, of course.
Yes, like I said,
Unphotoshopped.
not photo. Yeah, it's like I have no nose. They photoshopped out my nose because that was a blemish. for anything. And then, yeah, and I'm selling my You're Not Groot shirts because everyone says I am Groot. And no, you're not. You're not Groot. Stop.
And then we got this.
And we got Labor Days, yeah, which is a web show which won Best Comedy Web Series at the LA Web Fest, and it stars a whole bunch of local comedians.
And it's funny because I noticed there's, okay, John Wynn, Kirk Meadows, Orlando, do I say it Leyba?
You got it.
You, of course.
Lisa Corrao.
And then I see Forrest Shaw.
Forrest Shaw. Doing important business calls. He's probably talking to his mom.
And that's important.
Yeah, that is an important business
That's
call.
exactly right. Forrest was just on.
He was just on Conan.
That's amazing.
I always say everyone who does my shows, they're either on TV or they're about to be, because I like to pick really talented comedians, and I feel like because I'm also a comedy fan, I think I have a good eye for knowing like that person, as long as they keep doing it, you're going to be on TV.
And
so Mike Lawrence, who did my very first show, and he's done many since, he's becoming super famous. He's been all over Comedy Central and he's done Conan many times and a whole bunch of other TV shows. And he's not at this con, but again, and tonight we have Mike Kaplan, who's been on Comedy Central and Last Comic Standing, amongst other things. So all kinds of famous people and about to be famous people. Pretty exciting.
And that
Beyond me.
And that percentage you're getting, that must be awesome.
The percentage that I'm getting from everyone, yes, it's great. I'm retiring on it next year, so you won't see me again next year. I'm going to be on a boat, my yacht, somewhere. Yeah, I'm wearing, you can't see it, but I'm wearing golden roller skates right now. No, you can't see them. They're down there, yeah. So, just normal stuff that I wear. I'm very wealthy. Very, very. I live with my parents. Help me.
Lisa, you're a Fort Lauderdale gal. You're in New York, going up there, doing a lot of work up in New York, correct?
I just moved to New York. Yay! Very excited. Also, very poor, and it's dirty and cold there, and I'm scared all the time. But I love it because it has great comedy and great food, and so I can eat and tell jokes, and then come out and eat again, and that's really awesome. So I'm excited to be a New York comic now, but I'll always be a Miami comedian.
Lisa, Facebook, websites, Instagram, what do we have?
Where do I even begin? LisaCorrao.com. Lisa